Plus, they've parted ways with a coach this week, Matt Russell, Steve Roach, Steve Renoff with you to start your Sunday ticket blocker. There's a bit happening in and around this game.
Oh, gee, I hope they're on this afternoon, this Brisbane side. They're special long-range tries. They're great to watch. Half chances now become scores.
Steve Roach, three-time Prop of the Year, keen to get more thoughts during the game. The Sunday ticket gives you 3 rides. The first of them, Brisbane against the Gold Coast. And it's the home team running towards the southern end of Suncorp Stadium on a fantastic afternoon. 11 minutes in, Brisbane come up with their first error. Long from 4, and now Alofiana Khan Pereira down this western sideline, away from Reece Walsh and from behind Katoni Staggs.
You got to mount pressure. Here's the long-range break forward on the outside.
Go back the open side where Reynolds drifts across the ground and kicks. Well weighted into the in goal, too heavy. Slapped back by Walsh. Ezra Mann is following. You are right, Steve Roach. Walsh flashing through, using the bounce, keeping it alive, and Ezra Mann believes he's delivered the first try.
What about, that's unbelievable, isn't it? They got no try.
Walsh is offside.
Okay.
Offside, Reece Walsh.
A little, we know he's fast. He might have been too fast for his own good here.
Just looking at Reece Walsh, he's required to have 2 feet behind the ball. He's offside. We're just going to play through here.
The voice of Casey Badger in the bunker.
Never give up on the play there.
And on top of that,
his foot is then dead when he touches the ball. He's become involved in play. We have a decision.
So offside, and then you could see the divot left on the dead ball line as he touched the ball. Isaac actually came in for Cleese Haas, who's picked up a little niggle. Couldn't take his place in the team as listed earlier in the week. Would have been the first time Payne and Cleese went head-to-head. Didn't eventuate, unfortunately. Here's Brisbane, 10 metres out. Walters back of the scrum. If he gave that ball, what happened on the outside? Instead, it's a strong tackle from Shop on Walters. Flegler. Tommy Flegler. Only a metre or so short for Fita and Verrills. Important tackle there. Walters to Reynolds. And Ricky had overrun him, forcing the half to hold the ball. Fodawaker on the tackle player for a long, long time, and there's the result. A set restart conceded by Mo Fodawaker. Can they hang on, the Titans? They've been here for an eternity now. There's your answer. Carrigan to Flegler, who mightn't have grounded the ball. It's spewed out, but he's done okay. Tommy Flegler lands the first blow for Brisbane.
Well, Matt, you know I was talking about players pushing up in and in around the ball. The 1-2 punch there. Carrigan, Flegler, we mentioned before the game. And that was just shown there. It was highlighted. Can't gang tackle players who can pass before the line like that.
And the Broncos will look to use all of that as best they can.
It's a good effort from Flegler. He leads away in the running meters. There's the conversion. 58 metres so far, getting himself involved. Gets a well-deserved rest. Tanner Boyd read it pretty early. Got himself in a position to cut that off.
There's Lofi. Khan Pereira giving a bit of room. He's away from Katoni Staggs. The kick as Reece Walsh came at him.
They've made the decision. Again, they've made a couple of breaks down this left-hand side with some good ball movement.
And they can't challenge that. That's a subjective decision by referee. Oh, Gold Coast, cut a break. Can they use it, though? Here's Stinson driving forward, dragging Hetherington with him. 5 metres out. Gold Coast looking to lock it up at half-time. 4 and 5 for Fita. Fafita crashing through. Big David goes in. The call even more contentious now. The Titans are on the scoreboard.
After the game, but it's play on. Look at the big fella wind up here. Little bit of depth. Great pass from Foran. You're not going to stop him that close to the line. Good play there from the Gold Coast Titans and also David Fafita. They get on the scoreboard just before half-time.
A classic trademark David Fafita try. backing up from his 50 minutes in Origin. His 5th try of the campaign, the 42nd of his career. Are we going to be all square? Tanner Boyd, an 80% goal kicker. He shows us why. As they head to half-time, the Broncos and the Titans are at 6-all. Big run meters from Fodawaker, Jolliffe, Fafita in the first half. Need to back that up with some better finishing as Brisbane get us underway in the second half. The high kick-off taken by Fafita, who builds on those numbers straight away. Makes it a little bit more difficult to control. Marty Topau in over the back as Hetherington lifted Khan Pereira.
And it's a great leg up for the Titans to not have to work the ball off their own line. They kick for touch. They start their set on the halfway line.
The Titans won their last game at Suncorp Stadium against Parramatta at Magic Rounds. Here's Isaac Fasul-Malaawi. They've also won both the previous Sunday Suncorp games against the Broncos. So a little something for Titans fans to believe in this second half. They always believe in AJ Brimson. His 6th year of NRL at the Titans. Mo Fodawaker. Clark shows it. Takes the tackle from Hetherington.
Got to support Clark there. He's got the ability to get that ball away.
Fasul-Malaawi, Isaac to Foran. Fafita gets the ball away. Brian Kelly for the corner. Jordan Ricky couldn't get underneath him sufficiently. And Brian Kelly gets his 3rd for the year. Gold Coast hit the front early in the second half.
Yeah, so good to see David Fafita again getting one-on-one here. They got up over the halfway line. Reynolds can't make the tackle on the big man. The offload, he's got great skills. The weight wasn't right on it. And the chase, not that good. I thought Kelly read it pretty easily and comfortably. Ball goes dead in goal. Again, another mistake here from the Brisbane Broncos. I reckon what Kevy's looking for is see how ruthless they are. When they're under pressure and they're behind on the scoreboard now, what they come up with.
And look at this from Randall Hart into Mam. 2 little men with a big bump in between them. Chris enjoyed that. Ezra, not so much. Now Foran, Brimson, Kelly, Khan Pereira away from Selwyn Cobbo. There's a show of speed. And the Titans, leading try scorer in 2023, posts another one. Number 14 for Lofi, Khan Pereira, who leaves Selwyn Cobbo in his wake.
Well, you talk about blokes with speed off the mark. And all put it down to the dead-in-goal kick there from Reynolds a little bit earlier. Now here's the ball. Cobbo caught in field a fair bit. And Pereira just takes off. Welsh can't come across quick enough. Just have a look where he's caught in land. Here, 10 metres in field. And he backs himself. Cobbo knew it too.
At full speed, Selwyn Cobbo is a sight, but it does take a little bit of time to get wound up, especially if he's carrying that hip pointer niggle still. But the way that Khan Pereira... Boyd from the sideline. This one looks better. This one is beautiful. A very handy advantage. Reynolds taking his time, really measuring this kick out towards the wing where it's still a contest. And Piakura on the loose ball. Brendan Piakura claims his 2nd try of the season.
Well, it's come off Sami's head, I think it is here. I think they'll take this one away from him.
While they go through this process, worth mentioning that Brendan Piakura is in the team because Kurt Capewell, so good for the Broncos, has a quad issue.
Play's been cleared up until this point.
Not expected back until round
Corey Oates
21.
touches the ball and knocks it towards the opponent's dead ball line. Ball is then regathered by a Broncos player. We have a decision.
So the try they crave will be taken away from them. Brisbane. Topau through Reynolds. Here's Walsh again. To Tony Staggs straight through. Back to Reece Walsh. He's gone. The Broncos get their try. The comeback is on. The crowd lifts.
Is it whether Kieran Foran was impeded or something? I think so. What are you looking at?
Thanks. Looking for instruction. David Fafita.
Okay, was there an obstruction on David Fafita?
Look at the run of Jordan Ricky here. He contacts David Fafita, which knocks him to the ground, while the defensive structure of the Titans on the left-hand side hasn't changed. Brisbane continue to run and then play back to the inside, and it denies David Fafita an opportunity to continue to chase and defend the play.
Who initiated the contact between Fafita and Jordan Ricky?
Well, he played it pretty well. Academy Award there for Fafita.
Verrills for Boyd. His kick will be taken. No, dropped and getting through there. Aaron Shop on the loose ball. Into the in goal for the try. The Titans get another one. Been denied at one end. Gold Coast scoring at the other.
Another one.
Casey Badger. She doesn't mean to be, but she's proving party pooper this afternoon, isn't she?
Phillips had his fingers.
And I think that Casey will identify a touch as you and I already have, Stephen.
Yeah, you can see the bend of his fingers.
Just looking at the fingertip of Philip Sammy, he touches the ball here.
Do we need to go through all the replays again when the bunker has already seen the problem and therefore declared the need to review? Applauded by a big crowd at Suncorp Stadium. Now Hetherington. Smart tackle. Joe Stimson in around the legs blocker. One-on-one. Smoothie for Reynolds. And this is Ricky. Campbell out there now. Reynolds for Haas, some ball playing through the middle. Carrigan flicks it back towards Payne. He didn't knock it on. Here's Farnworth. Herbie Farnworth stepping, powering. He couldn't reach out. That was all he required at the death. Now Smoothie. Reynolds. Mam. Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam says, yes, ma'am, I got there. Brisbane, they're in, and this time they won't be denied. Brian Kelly's upset by something. Ezra Mam is dragged away from him. But Brisbane, with this big crowd chanting their name.
And what about the determination there from Mam to score the try? There's plenty of interest around him. 3 defenders. To get the ball down here, yep, or does he? Finally, it was Mam. Game on now.
And Reynolds to get it back within a converted try. Flags are up, 16-12. Hoping to win first up. His team will have to tackle here. Walsh. First play. Reese goes to Corey Oates. And they've called it forward. So Gold Coast denied. Brisbane denied. Possession now evenly split as Boyd goes across the ground towards Cobbo, who climbs above them all and comes back with it. Selwyn Cobbo beats 1-2. How many has he beaten on this run? Too many, because he's gone behind one of his own players. This one in very comfortable range for an 80% goal kicker. And it's 6 points the difference. 5 minutes to go here. Carrigan. Well, 2 plays left, and then they'll give it back to the Gold Coast, who should be able to eat up the rest of the time. So Reynolds, Piacora needs to get the ball away. He stays on his feet. Corey Oates kicks. Here comes Walsh, but Campbell saves the day for Gold Coast. But they're only a few seconds away from a derby win to remember. Walsh throws the ball back in field, falling on the ball fittingly in the eyes of many. Mo Fodawaker, 200 run metres plus, and a final gather to seal Jim Lenahan's first win as interim head coach of the Titans. They've come from behind, having conceded the first try. It was all square at half-time. They made the second 40 their own. And despite Reece Walsh and the Broncos coming at them late, the Gold Coast Titans go back inside the top 8. They've beaten Brisbane 18 points to 12.